For years, platform moderation worked like this: a problem appears. A report comes in. A review happens. Then action happens. Slow. Messy. Sometimes days. Now a new rule changes the game. Because India is telling big platforms, you don't have days. You don't even have 1 day. You have 3 hours. 3 hours to take down unlawful content after notice. That includes deepfake type and AI impersonation harms. And the rule is tied to updates to India's IT rules. This is not just a local policy story. It's a signal about the future internet. Moderation is becoming incident response. Today on TrendDecoded, we'll decode it. What changed? Why it matters? What's next? What changed? Let's keep it simple. India shortened the takedown compliance window from 36 hours down to 3 hours. Reuters reported the rule applies to social media platforms needing to remove unlawful content within 3 hours of being notified. Money Control reported the IT rules were notified on February 10, 2026, and that the government indicated it will not dilute the 3-hour rule, using a compliance portal process for orders. NDTV Profit also reported the government maintained the 3-hour norm in a meeting with big platforms, describing the change from 36 hours to 3 hours because of virality risk. And TechCrunch reported India's updated rules tighten deepfake oversight and can shrink takedown windows even further in some cases, with an effective date of February 20, 2026. So what changed is, the internet in India now has a fast takedown clock, and 3 hours is not moderation speed. It's emergency speed. Why did India do this? The real reason, because deepfakes are different. They spread fast. They go viral faster than fact-checking. And they cause damage before the truth arrives. 1 hour can be enough. 1 hour can ruin a reputation. Start a panic. Trigger violence. Or push scams. NDTV Profit said the government cited virality as the reason for shortening the timeline. So the logic is, if harm travels fast, the response must travel faster. Why this matters? This is bigger than India. This is a global preview. Because once one major jurisdiction creates a fast takedown expectation, others watch. Then copy. Then adjust. Also, India is one of the world's biggest online markets, which means platform policy decisions in India often influence global product behavior. TechCrunch also noted India's market size makes these rules especially impactful for global platforms. So the big message is, this is not only content policy. This is an infrastructure change. Platforms now need 24/7 response teams for legal orders. At scale. What does 3 hours really mean for platforms? Let's translate it into operational reality. Because 3 hours is not a lot of time. To comply, a platform needs receive the order, verify it's valid, identify content fast, assess legality, remove it, log it, possibly appeal or respond. And the hardest part? Legality is not always obvious. Context matters. Evidence matters. Intent matters. Money Control quoted concerns that illegality is context dependent, and that such a short deadline raises the risk of precautionary removals and over-censorship. In other words, speed increases mistakes, and speed increases false removals. Because platforms will remove first and argue later. Creator impact. This hits normal creators too. Now let's make practical. What does this mean for creators? even creators who never make deepfakes. 3 big impacts. 1. False flags become more dangerous when takedown clocks are short, platforms act faster, sometimes without deep review. That means more removals based on risk, not certainty. 2. Labels and AI disclosure. Pressure increases. These rules are also part of a broader push toward labeling and traceability for synthetic content. TechCrunch and other coverage noted labeling requirements as part of the updates. 3. Identity and reputation protection becomes harder because deepfake impersonations can spread, get copied, and get reposted across multiple platforms. Even if one gets removed, 10 others appear. So creators will need stronger proof of origin habits. The hidden engine. Why this changes the internet. Here's the hidden engine behind this rule. Trust is becoming regulated. The old internet was open, fast, loose, sometimes chaotic. But it worked because the public had a default belief. If I see it, it probably happened. Deepfakes broke that. So governments are responding, not by solving truth, but by enforcing speed. Enforcing labels. Enforcing traceability. Hogan Lovells summarized the amendments as including a 3-hour removal deadline plus mandatory labeling, provenance-style obligations, with a narrow compliance window before the rules took effect. That means the future internet may feel more like airports, with security layers, and checkpoints, and permissions. What's next now? The What's next section. Here are realistic next steps. 1. More countries move toward faster takedown windows, maybe not 3 hours. Maybe 6. Maybe 24. But the direction is clear. Shorter response times for high-risk synthetic media. 2. Platforms build automated, deepfake incident response systems, not just moderation teams, but response pipelines. Detection, right-pointing arrow verification, right-pointing arrow removal, right-pointing arrow documentation. At viral speed. 3. Verified identity becomes more valuable when impersonation grows. Verified accounts gain distribution advantages. Unverified content gets throttled. 4. More disputes over wrongful removals. Money control already highlights concerns about precautionary removals. So we'll see more debates about free speech, mistakes, and overreach. 5. Provenance tools become normal watermarks. Content credentials. Origin labels. Because platforms need something better than, trust me. Let's summarize the episode. What changed? India cut the compliance window from 36 hours to 3 hours, making platforms respond like emergency services. Why it matters. Deepfakes spread faster than truth. So governments are forcing speed. But speed increases mistakes and raises censorship concerns. What's next? More countries follow. More labeling. More provenance. More verification culture. And a future where the internet becomes less open by default and more verified by design. If you want more Trend Decoded breakdowns, without hype, subscribe to Trend Decoded. See you on next video.